What is going on, guys? It is Garfunkel, and today we're going to be diving into levels 5, 6, and 7 in CIZZORZ Deathrun 3.0. I want to thank you all for the feedback on the last video. The tutorial for levels 1 through 5 seemed like it helped a ton of you guys out, but some of you were still having some troubles with level 5, and that's what I'm going to be going over today. Levels 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to dive deeper into these levels and basically tell you everything that you need in order to succeed at these levels, okay? Now, this first level, level 5, there's really not too much going on. It's 3 jumps, but you have to get comfortable with impulse grenades, okay? You have to make sure you learn how to jump at the last second right before these impulse grenades go off, so you have to learn the timing. Now, the best place to do that is down here. I know, surprising, right? Just go down here and just practice impulsing and jumping late. Now, once you practice a little bit, you are ready to go and make your first jump. If you are up to it, go ahead and just take the impulse, throw it down at your feet, and make the jump. Now, if you have trouble with that, one thing you can do is, and I want you to get used to aiming in the right spot. When you're looking down at the ground, throwing the impulse down at your feet, you need to make sure you're not looking too far or looking too close when you throw it. So something you can do is just go up to any, what is this, a spawner trap here, or item spawner. Put your feet on the edge and put your cursor right on that like dark gray square. All right, right there. That's going to give you a good angle to look at right when you throw the impulse grenade down at your feet. So if you kind of hold that angle, start running, throw the impulse down, and jump last second, you should make it up pretty much every single time. Now, another good way to do this, if you're still having issues with that, is just to go all the way to the corner, look down at your feet, literally down at your feet, throw the impulse down, jump up, and hold backwards, and you're gonna make it up, okay? You just have to make sure that you're throwing it at the very last second, and you're gonna get done with this first stage of the level immediately. So really quick. Now, there's just 2 more jumps. This next jump is pretty freaking far, and I think you guys have realized that. It's pretty freaking far, so you're gonna have to throw the impulse down at the corner while you're sprinting and jumping at the last second to make it all the way across. Something you can do, though, similar to what we just did on that item spawner where we're looking at a certain spot, we're going to do that same thing using these 5 lines here on the blue part of the platform. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I want you to back up, put your butt against the wall, and line that 5th line up with that line on your cursor that's just below the circle. That one right there. You're just going to line it directly up with that. Hold that angle. Sprint towards the corner and jump. Last second. At the very last second. The cool thing about holding your cursor in that spot is that right when you get past the impulse grenade is right when the impulse is going to explode. Okay, so use that to your advantage. That's a great way to get across. Just use those kind of lines in the platform as almost like an aiming point. Now, for this last part, I'm sure some of you have made it here and you just can't make this last jump. This is a tough jump, but I'm going to give you the secret sauce to make this jump every single time. And that's going to start with just going to the very corner of this platform. Make sure that your boots are landing on the blue part of this platform. Look how we're standing right now, how I have my right foot's on the blue and my left foot's on the blue. And we're going to use these lines again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to take this line across, and you can kind of see that there's this little kind of like grayish mark, almost like an oval shape. That is going to be your target. You're going to aim your cursor on the right side of this. You're not going to jump, and right when the impulse goes off, it's going to take you in the direction of this hole in the wall. If you do this properly, if you aim directly on that spot, you are going to make it. But right when the impulse goes off, I want you spinning around just in case. If you have to guide yourself in the air, go left, go right. If you have to slow down or speed up, you're going to do that in the air. All right, so you do have to spin around. I do want to mention, though, if you aim or if you keep hitting the left side of this wall here, that means you're throwing it too far to the left of that mark. If you throw it to the left and you spin around, you're going to hit the left. If you're hitting the right, that means you're throwing it too far to the right. So you really do have to hit that secret spot. That's that special spot right there on the platform to get yourself into the hole in the wall. Do not jump. So we're aiming right here. Kind of set myself up. Feet are in the blue. impulse. My circle of my cursor is right on that spot, on the right side of that oval kind of shape on the platform. Impulsing, guiding myself, just turned a little bit. I held right just a hair. Like, I didn't hold it the whole time. You're gonna make sure that you miss this freaking trap here by running on the left side and hitting the checkpoint. So that is now level 6. I'm gonna show you guys a problem that a lot of people have when they're first doing this level. They hold forward and they lose their jump. You just sprint the whole time, you're holding forward, and for some reason you get jump fatigue. And that is a glitch, kind of a bug that's going on with Fortnite. I don't know what's up with that, Epic. If that's a real thing on purpose, it's kind of stupid. But what you need to do, rather than just holding forward, when you hit this accelerator pad, slow up. Right when you hit this ramp, I want you to just take your finger off of forward, take your thumb off the controller, just for a brief second before you start holding forward again. Alright, and it's just a brief second. You don't have to do much. Just take it off, put it back down, and then aim for the left side of this platform here. The left side. Now the reason we're aiming for this left side is so that way we can use this entire platform to make this next jump. You can see that it is quite the turn. You do have to make a 90-degree turn pretty much to make this next platform. But and for all of these jumps, it goes for every single one of these jumps. When you're kind of aiming for your next platform, you have to make sure that you are aiming towards the spot furthest away from the next platform that you're jumping to. And what that means is that if you land, so if this is our next platform that we need to jump on, we need to land right about here on this platform so we get the entire length of the platform for the next jump. For this jump, we're landing here, we're jumping. I'm actually going to aim for the wall here to land me directly on this corner. That's going to give me the entire length of the platform here to then land on this next platform. And we'll talk about that triple jump here in a very quick second. So we're hitting the accelerator pad, slowing down a little bit, aiming for the left side, aiming on the right side, hitting the wall, and now we're aiming towards the left side of this platform because I know I'm gonna have to go this way. But with this jump, it is a little bit different. It's a triple jump. You can take it slow, and then on this jump, speed it up to get your momentum going again to make this jump, and you can just hit this accelerator pad. If you want to take it slow like that, you can. Just slow yourself down. You don't have to keep holding forward. Just take it nice and easy, one jump at a time. But then once you hit this platform, aiming kind of on that back corner there, you're going to do a 90-degree jump again, getting your momentum back, and this shouldn't be too difficult of a jump if you have your momentum. From there, you can just hit your accelerator pad. But if you do want to do a little bit of speed run, you don't necessarily have to hit this accelerator pad. Don't have to hit that. So you can actually do a couple different ways. I'm going to leave it up to you, to whatever you think is best. You can come off the wall there, jump on this platform. You can hit this platform and make this jump immediately to where I'm standing now. If you want to grab the accelerator pad, you can after that, or you can just make the next jump across. If you want to do both or all three jumps, you can, and then you can go from this black platform there to the white one that I'm pointing at right now. But you have to make sure that you slow it down on this jump and then speed it up once you hit this corner, coming straight across to this next platform. All of these jumps, guys, I think it's really funny that CIZZORZ, super freaking funny, CIZZORZ, super freaking funny. I think it's hilarious that CIZZORZ kind of made this look like a chessboard, because in chess you have to make sure that you're a move or two ahead of your opponent, right? In this level, you have to make sure that you're thinking one jump ahead, one or two jumps ahead. So at every landing, you know where you're going to be landing on the next jump. All right, so let's take these next few jumps into account here. So when I get the accelerator pad, I'm actually looking to where I'm landing on this next one. I know where I'm going to land here, probably going to be more like kind of the right middle-ish part of this platform. But I'm gonna be looking towards the next jump every single time. So that way I'm kind of aiming myself and getting my momentum in the right direction. So for this one, we're aiming here. We're gonna go across. We're gonna kind of aim towards the right side again. But that next platform, that black platform you can see there, I'm gonna do another wall ride. And any platform that is next to a wall, similar to what we did on this one, just go ahead and jump onto the wall and that's gonna basically make you land right on the corner, so that way you get the entire platform to run on. So we're jumping from this one, then we're going to this one, we're hitting the wall on this one, landing on the bottom corner here, which is gonna give us the entire platform again to run diagonally across to make this super long jump to the next platform. You're gonna notice that that's a very tough jump. If you can't keep your momentum after hitting the wall here, you're not gonna make this next jump. It's a very, very tough one to make. A good habit to get into on this level is when you're in the air, take your finger off forward and reset it. Okay, similar to what we did on that very first ramp where we had to slow ourselves down. Take your finger off of forward when you're in the air, then reset it, because that's actually gonna reset your jump. I don't know why, but sometimes you'll actually just lose your jump. You'll get jump fatigue while you're in the air for whatever reason. So just reset your jump by taking your finger or thumb away from forward and resetting it. And that's all you got to do to keep those jumps alive. So we're hitting this accelerator pad, aiming for our next jumps, taking your finger off of the forward button, landing diagonally, taking our finger off forward, and notice how we just did those last few jumps. Okay, notice how we did those. We hit the diagonal part of every platform. So we hit this wall, we took the diagonal route, landed on this platform. I knew I was gonna have to go forward again, so I'm thinking ahead. I hit this corner of the platform, coming across this corner, hitting the wall, so that way I had the entire platform again to make the jump all the way across. And you're just gonna hold forward the entire time when you're making this last jump. But all of these other jumps, you do have to reset yourself. Reset just by holding or letting go forward and then pushing back down on forward. All right, do not forget these last couple traps. Avoid those. Avoid this one. You don't have to get too close, it will go off. But I'm gonna show you guys how to do this speedrunning way. So this is the way that I like to speedrun this map. You guys might find your own way of doing this that you find a little bit more comfortable, but this is what I find consistent. So I'm gonna just kind of bypass everything, but you're gonna have to keep all of the things that we talked about in mind when you're doing that speedrun. All right, and we didn't have to hit a single accelerator pad after that first one. All right, so you can find your own way, but use all those principles that we used or that I spoke about already. That's slowing yourself down in the air, letting go forward when you hit that first ramp, looking ahead of yourself, so you're always a couple steps ahead. Anytime that you see a wall or a platform next to a wall, you're running into that wall, and use the entire length of the platform so that way you can keep your momentum going to get yourself across. All right, do not forget about those traps. Avoid those suckers at all costs. And then you're on to level 7. Level 7 is not too bad if you were able to beat level 6. This one, it's very important to keep your momentum in mind. Just like level 6, you got to think about your momentum, but it's a different regard that you're thinking about your momentum on this one, because you don't want to go too fast. If you go too fast, you're actually going to overshoot a lot of these traps, a lot of these platforms. So what you're going to do is actually just run on this accelerator. You're going to hit this chiller, make this first jump. You're holding forward the entire time. When you're in the air going towards the next jump, you're actually going to let go of forward. And it's going to be that way for the majority of this level. You're not going to hit forward at all. You're just going to hit left and right, jumping as soon as you hit these platforms to go to the next platform. So we hit this jump, we jump up in the air, we let go forward, we hit this, we're holding right, we hit this one, we're just jumping the entire time. Now if you stay on these traps for too long, if you don't just jump immediately as soon as you land, you're going to overshoot some of them. Okay, so make sure you also don't go too close to the edge of these traps. If you kind of land on the outsides of these, you're going to fall off. You're not going to be able to jump. It's going to negate your jumping. So just make sure you don't land too far or too close to the edge, but you do want to make sure you're not landing in the middle, because you're not going to be able to get your momentum back to the other side. So we're going to start on the left side of this trap here, make this first jump, making sure we're not landing too close to the edge, and I'm just hitting left and right this whole time. Now I did not hold forward at all there. Okay, I didn't hold forward at all. I'm gonna go ahead and do that level again, But I do want to kind of keep it in mind that you, right when you land, right when you do this last jump, you are not landing on this corner. I want you to land right in the middle there, or almost kind of more on the left here. So maybe right where that blue thing is. The reason is because this is a false floor. Scissors is a madman. He is not very nice. And you are just going to fall right through. Look at that. See that triangle? Again, we're going to start on the left side here, holding forward, making these first jumps. I let go forward on that jump. I'm not pushing forward at all. Just literally jumping. If it seems like you need a little bit more speed there, you can. On those last two jumps, you can just press forward a little bit, so that way you get a little bit more momentum to make this final jump. I don't want you to hit your feet on the bottom here, because you're going to be pretty upset if you made all those jumps and then you just don't make this final one. So make sure you land more in the middle, so that way you can make the jump. You can notice, or just kind of picture it, it's a triangle right here that actually has something, and it's a triangle right here that actually has something. So this big kind of triangle that I'm outlining right now is a hole. So don't go through that hole. You're gonna hit these deceleration pads. You got 2 traps to avoid. One, and this one you can just kind of go to the corner. And boys and girls, you have made it to level 8. If this did help you guys, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, you being a part of the community. If you have any questions, I will answer. I want to help you guys out. Get a piece of that $5 grand that Scissors is giving out. Okay, I want you to get a piece of it, and if there's anything I can do to help you do that, leave a comment down below. I will explain everything. And if you get hit by any of these traps late, leave a comment, let me know, because I don't want you to do that, but boy oh boy, I will heart that comment. Alright guys, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!